Oh, hi there, and welcome to World 2, the desert. Oh boy. It is hot, and there's palm trees, even though we're not near an oasis, or any ocean for that matter. And there's also pyramids, and I mean there are pyramids everywhere. Because, you know, the ancient Egyptians, they just didn't stop with the pyramids. There's pyramids everywhere near deserts. I bet you didn't know that there's pyramids in Arizona. Yeah, go check it out. It's really cool. Okay, so maybe Mario games aren't the most accurate at portraying deserts. But with that said, I am really off topic. Desert levels in Mario games are always generally pretty similar, and they always contain lots of quicksand too, because, you know, quicksand is something to be afraid of. It's kind of funny. I've read people talk about this on the internet and stuff on like social forums and whatnot, but like, when you're younger and you watch like TV shows and stuff, there's quicksand in so many shows and video games and stuff, and everybody makes quicksand out to be this big fearful thing that's going to plague you throughout your whole life. And then when you get older, you realize that quicksand really is never gonna come into play in your lifetime. But anyways, this level introduces a new power-up to you, and that is the Golden Fire Flower. It gives Mario the Midas touch. Midas was a person in Greek mythology, and he had the ability to turn everything he touched with his hand to gold. So Mario kind of gets a little taste of that power himself with the Golden Fire Flower. Only difference is it's whatever he touches with his fireballs. And when you're in golden form, all the enemies that you kill give you coins too. So Golden Fire Flower really just about gives you more golden coins than you can deal with. You'll tend to come back to, if you do want to grind for 1,000,000 coins, these Golden Fire Flowers are very useful in accomplishing that goal. There is an extra life over there, and then there is a star medal right here, which, though it isn't difficult to find, it might be difficult to find if you went and got the second star medal and didn't backtrack. This is one of those coins that you might have to do the level twice, play the level twice to find if you rushed through it too quickly. The Golden Fire Flower does wear off just like the Mega Mushroom after you beat the level, so don't get too comfortable with it, but it is fun, and coins everywhere. On to World 2, we take a trip up to the clouds and have our funky favorite song. This level is actually a pretty straightforward one. I kind of find it funny and out of place for this world, but then again, there tends to be a lot of levels that don't really fit the theme of the world you're in. Once again, golden rings turn everything to gold, and there are a few Koopas that you can knock around to take advantage of the coins. Remember I said that some enemies will actually throw coins, they'll change their attack patterns. This level exhibits that with the Boomerang Bros and, yeah, Boomerang Bros. Oh, and Hammer Bros. All of those bros, because everything in Mario is so bro-y. Everything is bro. Mario Bros, Koopa Bros, Koopa Kids, Koopa this, Koopa that. Pipe. This is actually, in my opinion, the first time I played this level, first 2 times I played this level, this one eluded me. It's not hard to find, but if you're not looking for the pipe, you can easily miss it because of the way the camera plays tricks on you. Firepower makes this one much easier to get because dodging the Boomerang Bros is a bit of a tricky task. There's something else I wanted to say, but it completely slipped my mind. I hate that feeling. It's like, I have this really important thing to say, and then I completely forget what that really important thing I wanted to say was. So it must have not been that important if I forgot. I hope. I really hope. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna go edit this video later, and I'm gonna hear what I was talking about, and then I'll be like, oh, that's what I wanted to say. And then by the time I film again, I'll be like, I completely forget what I was gonna say. One of the things I was thinking, and I have, after uploading the first 2 videos, one of the things I've really realized is I just feel so out of practice because I haven't done much YouTube lately. So it feels like when I'm sitting here doing my commentary, I'm just like, I feel really out of touch. So it'll probably be like a month or 2 before I get back in the groove of commentary. So if I like forget what I'm talking about or sound really stupid, that's probably why. Anyways, Mario number 1. What is Mario time? Why does Mario talk in 3rd person anyways? I mean, Super Skarmory doesn't talk in 3rd person. Why would Super Skarmory ever talk in 3rd person? Anyways, underground level, this time a very deserty oriented one with lots of quicksand because quicksand is such a threat. By the way, for the record, if you do fall into quicksand, do not panic. You can just press A as if you're swimming, and you'll get out of it pretty quickly. Typically, in Mario games, they always, like, hide some sort of secret in the quicksand anyways. I can't remember which level it is. It's not in any of the levels I'm filming today, because I've already practiced these levels a few times, but, yeah. Quicksand is always one of those things in Mario games that they try to make it as irritating as possible sometimes. The first star medal actually isn't even before the first checkpoint in this level, so that makes things a little bit, well, you might be wondering, where's the star medal? Well, don't worry, it's not before the checkpoint. If you do get invincibility power, don't kill this thing. You need this little buddy, I forget his name, I forget his official name. So, I'm just gonna call him the little blue dude thing for now. And you need him to throw and hit that POW block over there. It's a little tricky, you might have to do it a few times. Hey, at least I'm not calling him a duck. Way back in my first New Super Mario Bros. Video, or in my earlier New Super Mario Bros. Videos, I used to call Koopas ducks. Don't ask, okay? I know they're turtles. I was young and stupid. Very young. Very, very, very stupid. It was a joke that my cousin came up with, so well, it wasn't a joke she came up with. She just legitimately called Koopas ducks. And I didn't know any better, so I followed her lead because I looked up to her because she was my older cousin. So that's why I called Koopas ducks. Whether that's right or not, well, that's a story for another time. But, there's an 8 red coin challenge there for you to do if you want, and I can totally miss the extra life. The 3rd star medal is up, up, and away. It's a little bit tricky to find, but not hard to get. Tanuki power does make it easier to access when you jump, but it's not impossible to get without Tanuki power. And that wraps up the underground. Hurrah! Mario number 1! Mario number 1! To access World 2A, you will need 5 star medals in order to unlock this level, and it's advisable that you bring Tanuki power to this level because it's very fast-paced. It's like a roller coaster ride, and I love roller coasters. I recently went to Cedar Point with my cousin. We do that trip once a year now. Such a good time. I love roller coasters. But you need to jump up to a higher platform there to take this alternate route, and that'll give you access to the first star medal. All 30 star medals in this level are tricky to access, and this star medal requires you to pick up this Koopa shell, and you can use that Koopa shell in order to grab the star medal that's down below there. And that star medal is technically possible to get with Tanuki power. You just have to be very careful in how you do it, and it might be careful and you might die in the process. It's more advisable that you just get the Koopa shell. Once again, you need the detour to a higher path up here, and that'll take you up this way. And then there's a P-switch that you need to hit, and again, you gotta move quick. Typically the levels that aren't marked with a 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever, like this is level 2A, any of the alternate levels marked with a letter are typically a little bit trickier, or they just have like a fancier gimmick to them. Generally speaking, Mario games, like, each level kind of gives something new and unique, and that's what makes Mario games exciting to replay. Anywho, that is all for 2A. It's tower time. Alrighty, welcome to your second castle level, the midway point of World 2. This level is actually probably one of the easier levels in this game. It's a very straightforward level, doesn't really add too much new to it. I mean, there's some bigger dry bones that require you to ground pound. That's about, honestly, one of the most exciting things in this level. With that said, you get the first star medal by sliding up here, and it's not difficult to do. Just duck down. You can duck down by pressing down. Wow, what a shocker. And, yeah, that's about the only skill that you really have to utilize in this level in order to get far. Aside from that, there's also some spikes up here as you climb up the tower. Well, somewhere up here, past the midway point. Hit the check. Here's the spikes. Spikes will damage you if you hit them, and they can also smash you if you're not careful, depending on where the spikes are at. They're not too much of a threat, but they can come into play. If you hit the left block here, there's two hidden blocks. The left one's an extra life. If you hit the right one first, you won't be able to get the extra life. And then you can head over into this door. Now, I actually found that extra life earlier today. I don't really consider Mario games to have the greatest of replay value, but one of the nice things about going back and replaying Mario games is you can typically always find something new that you didn't know was there before. Anyways, that gives you the second star medal up there at the top. Not that hard to find. And then we can climb up a little bit more. I think this actually has... oh no, I thought that had a power-up. There's actually an extra life way... way over here in that brick over on the right. Not that you really need an extra life. I mean, I have 75 lives right now, midway through World 2. It's so hard to get game over in a modern Mario game. Like in the old days, like old Mario games, you actually could legitimately get game over, because they were hard, and you didn't get extra lives very easily. But in this game, yeah, extra lives are very easy to come by, especially when there's a million coins everywhere. Careful not to get smashed there, and that will lead us to the boss door. And this time around, prepare for trouble. Make that double. 4 Resners this time around, but honestly the boss fight isn't any more difficult than it was the last time. Just hit the blocks out from underneath them, and Mario will continue to be number 1. Anyways, that wraps up this part of the video. Next time we'll finish up the rest of World 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, and good night. And you can also pick up some coins there. Now like in the old days, old Mario games, you actually could get game over. But nowadays, getting game over, it just doesn't happen.